folks, we are in the lab. I gotta turn some lights on here. There we go. A little more power. Oh, yeah. Okay, let there be light. So we have here a funny story here with this. By the way, this is an Aladdin number 12. So I was just at an estate sale, and I found this thing. Look at the amount of wear there. This thing was carried around for eons. And that's just so cool. So cool. I mean, this is not like used on an occasional weekend or some kind of thing. This was used all the time to wear off. This might be nickel. I don't think so, but this might be nickel-plated brass here. So anyway, so I've had this Aladdin with a Model C, and I wish I could show it to you right now, but I find this at an estate sale, right? And I'm like, oh, wow, that looks a lot like the Model C Aladdin caboose lamp I got. It had the caboose bracket, you know, with all the springs and everything on it. There's a video for it here on the channel of me cleaning her up. Anyway, I have been told by this, I don't do this kind of lantern. You can see what it is I do here. Yeah. So, I'm like, well, you know, it hadn't sold in, you know, a couple of weeks. I'm like, somebody told me it needs a flame spreader, needs other little parts and stuff. And I saw this, I'm like, that looks like a part that isn't on the other one, all this stuff here. So I grabbed it. The funny thing is that, you know, this estate sale was about an hour away. By the time I got home, I had sold the caboose lantern on a marketplace. So I didn't need this. Now I have it. So I am going to just clean it up, and I'll find a new home. And by the way, I discovered something very interesting from this. And like I said, I'm not familiar with this type, and I now will be, because I've done 2 Aladdins here. I also, one of my first lanterns here was a Aladdin with the glass fount. That was a present from my brother years ago, you know, with the nice mantle and everything. Yeah, still have them. Still have it. Anyway, I'm like, I just thought, like, oh, I'll look down in there. And I'm like, wait a minute, there's a freaking hole? I'm like, what? Like, did somebody electrify this and drilled a big hole in the fount? So I'm looking at it and I'm going, what is going on? And then I saw these here. I'm like, those are air holes. I'm like, oh, airflow. Okay. All right. So yeah, I guess it's center draft, I believe this is called. Pretty cool. So anyway, yeah, that's the thing. I grabbed this just so this part would maybe pop on this other burner and then make it easier to sell. And I wasn't going to up the price because, I mean, just a couple bucks. And then I was going to toss this, or I don't know what. Anyway, we'll clean this up. I don't know what a lot of this is here and how it's going to look. All right, so a lot of this has a lot of business in the middle, up top, up high. All right, carbon, no big deal. I wonder if I put like easy off on this and then just rinse it off, it gets all that carbon off of there. I wouldn't mind trying that to get some of this crud off of here, because I don't necessarily want to scratch everything up here trying to get it clean. Does that come off? That looks like that is supposed to be on there. There's a little dent. Okay, so I don't think this has been off in a long time. There we go. Get to see how much wick is left. Because, I mean, look at the wear, man. Look at the wear. I mean, this thing was used for such a long time. I love that. Like I said, I wish I could show you the other Aladdin, but I already have it all packed in a box and it's in the car ready to get shipped out. Nice. Look at that.
Dispatch 3495 second service.
95 seconds.
That is being a little crunchy. I wonder if I can let me get this out of here. Clean them wicks up. I don't know how it works. Oh, I get it. I get it. I've never seen that before. How cool is that? Okay. Well, I watched a couple videos trying to figure out how to take this out. None of them were the Model 12. Don't know if that makes a difference, but I am leaving it in. You know what? We're just doing a cleanup on this, and I'm not going to try that hard to. Because apparently this would, if you have a new wicks, they would have these paper tabs on the ends for you to feed in and all that kind of stuff. I am not going to deal with any of that today. So, well, this has just got carbon on it. We'll clean it up. No big deal. So, we'll clean all around it. You know what I mean? Hey, like I said, I'm not big on these types of lamps. I mean, granted, I know mantles are nice and bright, but I mean, I breathe on one and it breaks. So, um, okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in real quick and test with Easy Off with some oven cleaner and see if that'll get all these cleaned up just by spraying it down. Okay, yeah, it helped quite a bit. Good. Just spray it on. I left it on there for like 5 minutes, and hot water came right off. And I just hit it with a plastic bristle brush, kind of like a toothbrush. Got a little bit more to get up here. This is a heavier carbon. You can see how this is all worn. You can just see that this thing was used a lot. And obviously taken very good care of, because there's no problems with any of this. It was just a little dent in the track here, and that's it. Pretty cool. Yeah, the wicks have some water in them now, but, no big deal. I'm not lighting this thing. Not today. Because I don't have... Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so let's... maybe I'll put a nylon bit on here. And just kind of do some cleaning up there. Yeah, the wire wheel right there. This is... No, we don't want that. Okay, a little more wheel action to start. We're just going to clean up some carbony stuff. All right, let's do it. Well, all right, so that would go on there like that. Well, that goes underneath there, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Trying to find the tabs. Oh, there they are. Okay. 1112. So 11. Doesn't want to go up any further than that. Might have something to do with the wicks being wet. I'm not gonna worry about it at all. Now that goes on there. Yeah. All right. Looks a lot better than it did. I can see there is some crushing that happened here, and I'm not going to screw with that because I don't know exactly what that would take. or how these little things work. And I'm not going to worry about it. We're just going to clean this up and we'll find a new home. That's how I've got a number of lanterns in this fashion. Getting, by getting one part from a part one to complete something, and then you find yourself finding other parts for the one you just took the parts of. Yeah, funny. Okay, so let's check this out. I haven't looked in the fountain. Oh, I'm okay. Yeah. For some reason, my brain thought that this hole is not the fount because it goes all the way through, but it goes down. Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm having one of them days. All right, let's get this baby cleaned up. I'm going to get some nylon bits here, and we'll play for a minute. So this is an 800 grit nylon bit. Putting on here. We'll get this cleaned up. Let's start down here. See what we're dealing with, and we'll come out and around. Yes. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little steel wool, and because there's some heavy oxidation here. Too bad. Let's see. So, this thing is pretty much all the chrome has been worn off, or chrome or nickel, whatever it is. But what I want to do is maybe I'm going to bust out some Brasso, see if that does something here. But I got the smoothness back. That's good. The smoothness of the because it was real rough, just like aluminum or oxidation brass. I don't know what it is called. But in any indication, look at this baby shining up, even though it's got this crud here, corrosion. And then what the coolest thing is that you can see all the worn marks. I mean, that's just the same person's hand, probably his fingers or his knuckles, hitting these spots, probably right-handed, right? And then, takes the lid off. It's probably the same person lit this thing from like infancy into their 80s. I love that. So there's the whole, or people holding it, and there's where they did this. This is where they lit it. This is where they took the cap off. I think that's the coolest. That's cool. So anyway, this lantern, from what I'm learning here as I'm working on it, I got a laptop here off to my left. So it looks like these were produced like between 29 and 53 or something like that. And they stopped making this particular, I don't know. You know what? I had it all freshly on top of my head so I would look like really smart when I talked about it. But let's see, these were produced between 1928 and 1935 is when they were sold in the U.S. And another thing I saw was, let's see. So the Model 12 was an entirely new model from the ground up and was the last Aladdin center draft lamp design, which is this hole here. Interesting, the last of it. Huh. The Model 12 introduced the lock-on mantle, still used today, as well as the lock-on chimney. The Model 12 lamp was the first to have optional paper shades as well as glass shades. The 12 brought decorated glass shades into common usage. The Model 12 burner stayed in production until the early 50s to repair the Model 7 through 12 lamps for sales overseas. When the Aladdin headquarters were moved to Nashville, Tennessee in 1949, the wick adjuster knob was changed to read Nashville instead of Chicago. And this one is Chicago. Yeah, so this was made before 49. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So right around wartime, probably. Let's see. So, okay, so the number 12 burner is on the 1953 parts list, but not the 54. That's when they stopped making them, I guess. So, all right. So let me try a little Brasso, and I just want to see. I want to see what happens here. Let's give it a little shot. Okay, so I have a microfiber that is not completely destroyed yet. So we'll try a little corner of the rag here.
Okay. We took a couple of hang-ups from there. I'm not sure if they're one and the same, but I'll just let them know they're all set at 143 Genesis High.
I'm starting to see that, like, let me get this out of here. Starting to see like the seams, that never see any of the weathering, are getting nice and super shiny. So is the brass that's wearing through. So I'm curious as to why there's the copper corrosion, and this appears to be brass underneath here. I don't know. Unless it's bronze or just kind of partially impure brass used. Okay, let me give that a second to dry. Didn't get a whole lot of tarnish off, as you can tell. Usually it turns black if it's really had some tarnish going on. All right, so we'll let that. Might as well just toss a little all over the place here. Why not, folks? Like I said, there's not a whole lot of this plating left anyway, but Brasso makes everything brighter. Was that their slogan? Or did I just make that up? I don't know. It's not a test. I don't know. Yeah, man, that corrosion is annoying. Okay, we'll let it dry up for a sec. I'll tell you what. You want You want distressed metal and patina? Here you go, man. Wow. Some weathered patina. I think it's just grand. I just love the wear marks. People's hands all over it. I don't like the corrosion, but I like the wear marks. It tells a story, man. I love that. All right, let's reassemble. And I'm gonna, once we're done here, I'll take this out and let the wicks dry. But we're gonna assemble this for the video. It just makes you think, man. I mean, just, you know, they probably put it on it, but so maybe that knob was here, and that's just, oh man, it's so cool. Love that. All right, well, let's take a look. We're done. We're done with this thing. That was, you know, that was quick work, but that's good. So let's see what we got here. And here we go. So we have an Aladdin number 12 with loads of beautiful patina and wear on it. And everything seems to be intact. You know, a couple of little dents here and there, but I'm sure that can be worked out enough to get stuff, you know, turned on and in there. But, all right, here we are. Aladdin number 12. Chicago. So we're done. We're done with it. Folks, that was fun. I guess, you know, I could say look on my marketplace or something, but thing is, you know, doing stuff like that on YouTube is not a good idea because this video will be on YouTube forever. Well, you know, forever as in the rest of my life, probably. All right, that's going to do it, folks. That was good. Thanks for stopping by, folks. Me and Supervisor Baby and his apprentice, thank you for stopping by. And until next time, don't you go changing.
We'll be back with the Magic Tunes for the Armada Room's 2-hour disco swing party after this short break. Till then, don't you go changing.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.